Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. It may have taken a while to get something going, but now that it's started, it ain't stopping. It is successful. We're calling success into your life, beautiful divine being. And it's like, it's here. It's here. You started something. And it feels like it took a while to get going. But it's here to stay. I'm hearing, our love is here to stay. So there's something that you truly love, and it's only going to grow. Yeah, it's gonna grow. I'm looking at vines on my lampshade. They're like in the print on my lampshade. Something is really growing and it's not gonna stop growing. I'm hearing true success. People might be talking about this. Let them talk. Okay. Thank you, Divine. What's coming through for this beautiful being? You let go of something that needed to go, and that allowed you to become anchored in what's truly right for you. Yeah. Yeah. There's something about releasing an expectation for congratulations. Now they always say congratulations. Well, the birds came through because I said people might be talking. So you may have let go of criticism. You may have let go of people who weren't giving you your flowers, or who were only being very, like, they wanted to cause endings in your world about something that was getting started. This could be regarding family, because we've got the crossroads, the house, and then the ring. Ooh, and a snake. Scythe. Okay. So this is either someone who wanted to be in a relationship with you, who had no business being in a relationship with you, or someone who was trying to cause problems for a marriage, a union. Yeah, you made a choice with the crossroads about this individual. Well, snake came through in the last reading in a whole different deck. So this could be related, but you cut them off. You said, bye-bye. You gotta go. And it's like you never look back. It came to me to say that in the present tense, because maybe in the past you considered or reconsidered, but once you were done, you were done. Okay, Wild Mystic. What's the energy here, Spirit? Energy and victory. Yeah, your energy is victorious. That's your vibe. Like, that's where your vibe resides now. That's your norm, is where you are victorious. You have the support of your ancestors. They're always with you. Also, you're sweet like honey. You're sweet like nectar. There will always be sources for you to receive help from, to receive assistance from. That's what I'm getting with this, I almost said nectar card. So nectar is very significant here, the sweetness in life. You're about to feel the sweetness in life if you haven't already, but that might be something that you're already feeling. Also, the trash is being carried out in your world. That's the trash truck right there. And it's trash. It's not recycling day. So ain't nobody recycling nothing here. It's gone. Like, whatever is gone, it's gone. It's not coming back. Because you made the right choice. So this could be something that has been going on for a long time. You're victorious. It's something that, like, you had to win. It's something that you had to win. Divine, please clarify the ring here. Okay, there's disguise. There's somebody who wanted to be in your world who was wearing a disguise. They wanted to present themselves like somebody who could be right alongside you, bound to you. Because, you know, like, however this person wanted to be bound to you. It could have been in a partnership of some sorts, or it could have been actual marriage, right? But this person did, I'm getting that they energetically wanted to bind themselves to you. But they were wearing a disguise. This is a person who's a chameleon. Gemini could be significant here. This person goes from one end to the other, but not in a divine way. Like, there are people who are divine who can do that because they embrace and love all of their selves. But this is a person who, they surf the spectrum for nefarious reasons. So one minute they'll present themselves one way, and then the next minute as someone else. But I'm also getting mood swings here. Like, this is a person who has constant mood swings. Okay, so that's it for that one. Okay, Divine. What else is coming through for this beautiful being? Okay, at the bottom we've got door to spirit. So by closing the door, closing a chapter that needed to be closed, you've opened door to spirit. The door to spirit. You could have gotten warnings about this person. Storm warning. And like, you've been through oh look, this person wanted to romance you. They were trying to lay it on thick too. I'm getting like sickening. What else, Divine? You could have been indecisive about something in your life regarding money or wealth. Okay, that's what this person was trying to do. They wanted you to be indecisive about something that is truly for you. It's like doing this thing that you're passionate about. It's a door to value. It's a portal to value, but they wanted you indecisive about it. This person wanted you to second guess your destiny. Second chakra. Archangel Ariel. Ariel. I'm hearing both Ariel and Ariel. This is the sacral chakra. This person wanted access to your emotions. They wanted to weave a web around your chakras. And I'm looking at, oh, that's crazy. I'm looking at like a rainbow reflection on the wall because I have those sun catchers hanging at my window and the sun is shining through. And as I said that, this person wanted to weave a web around your chakras. I am looking at the Roy G. Biv red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet on my wall. It's crazy. This is so for real. Also, it's actually like on my wall and also on a lotus poster. So this person wanted to grow something in your world. They wanted to grow something in your world. They said take from this one. What did they want to grow in your world? Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. So they wanted to take power. They wanted to overpower your third eye. They wanted to take over your third eye chakra. Bruh. Okay, this one was about to fall. Okay, Page of Swords. This is somebody who was watching you all the time. They said shuffle this deck though, the extra deck by Intuitive Kev. This is answering a question that I asked in the last reading. I was like, what did they want with your energy, Spirit? Like, what did they want with the Divine Collective? They wanted to control all of your chakras, and specifically, they wanted to harness the energy of your third eye. Oh, and then we got Scribe of Swords, Page of Swords. So they wanted you to remote view for them. This person might be involved with a cult or some organization. They wanted you to spy on other beings for them. They wanted you to do spirit work for them. What else, Divine? What is coming through here? Yeah, this person was working in cahoots. Oh. Huh. With young people. So this is a sick person. They use the energy of young people, and they wanted you to assist in this. You see these doors, and then we're in minute 11. So this person wanted to open portals to work in cahoots. Yeah. They already use the energy of children, but they wanted you to join in on that. Whatever it is that this person does that's sick and demented and nefarious and disgusting, they wanted to use the power of your chakras to help them do that. This person uses ugly spells to try to control people. They may have tried that on you, but it didn't work because you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're gorgeous, you always will be. Sagittarius energy could be significant here for you or someone else. I'm seeing freedom loving. But what I was seeing was like, and it is like, I love that Sagittarius is all about freedom and spiritual growth and travel, you know. But I'm seeing this on the negative end of the spectrum here. Free loving. Now that can be a great thing. But this person and whoever this is that was trying to gain control of your chakras, they're too free. Free to the point where they do so much that they impede on other people's free will. You see what I'm saying? So they take their freedom too far, to the point where they are controlling others. They think that they have the freedom to control others. What else do we need to know about this, Spirit? This person sees your creativity, your ideas, and your imagination flowing freely. But also they got some kind of bright idea. Oh, but whatever it was they were planning for you, beautiful being, it's game over. They were playing games though. This person plays games all day and all night. So they could be doing rituals all night, all day, 24/7. Game over. My tea is gone. Yup, it's game over for this person. I'm hearing the cycle is complete, but also their chances are up. Whatever chances they had with you, they're up, and now they have snapped. This person is unhinged. Now they wanted this for you, because anytime somebody's playing with somebody's beauty, with beauty spells and all of that, of course they want the person to snap, but that energy went right back to them. I was hearing boing, like it went right back. That's why you're still beautiful, because the energy didn't even hit you. Now they're looking crazy. This person doesn't know how to free themselves, but you freed yourself. And here on this board, in this reading, that's all that matters, is that you have been able to free yourself. You heeded the warning with that storm warning. You listened when Spirit told you something. Also, you seek knowledge. So I'm seeing this on the positive end of the spectrum for Sagittarius, because I already saw that whoever this is that was working against you, they take freedom too far, to the point where they try to control other people. All right, so it's not true freedom that they're operating in. It's actually bondage. They're trying to bind other people, okay? But this knowledge and learning That's the energy of Jupiter, spiritual knowledge. You increase your knowledge. You might watch videos, read books, listen to speakers, like people who speak. You might also listen to music. Okay, music can teach us too. It opens our eyes to different experiences that people go through. But you are a learner. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you're also a teacher, because the best teachers are committed to learn their whole life. Because, you know, the more you know, the more you can teach. Also, I'm hearing that you're not afraid to take risks, because that's one way that you learn. And I'm going to say this because it's not coming through the cards, but it's coming through, I'm channeling this. There may have been a situation recently where you took a risk, but you heeded a warning about it. And so Divine wants you to know that that saved you from something really awful. If you recently listened to your gut, followed your intuition about something that just didn't feel right, Divine wants you to know that you could have, now this is for some of you, you saved your life. For others of you, it just saved you from a very dangerous situation. Thank you, Spirit. So, yeah, and I'm getting that in this situation that you heeded a warning. This also could have been with this person who was trying to get in your energy and gain control of your chakras. These are very disingenuous people that you have been encountering. What's the reason for that, Spirit? Like, what's the reason for that? Oh, this fell down. You were their last stop. So, okay, these beings that you've encountered that have been so disingenuous, so lying and deceitful, they chose, like when they met you or when they came in contact with you, that was their last chance to live in truth, to choose to live in truth. But they chose to allow it to be a false dawn. It's like when they came in contact with you, Divine was giving them a final opportunity to choose truth, to take the route that was truly meant for them to take, which was one of integrity and honesty with themselves. But they chose to remain on a path of falseness. You see how that looks like a path there? They remained on a false path. And they were optimistic about the wrong things. Like, they still wanted to take advantage of people. They still wanted to play somebody. They still wanted to play games. And now it's game over. Yup. Because now it's game over. Divine say, okay, when you met this beautiful being, this divine collective, okay, a beautiful representative of the divine collective, that was your last shot, and now it's game over. This person, whoever you came in contact with, they were supposed to go in hermit mode and look at themselves and get the clues that Spirit was giving them. But see, unlike you, they didn't heed the warnings from Spirit. And so it's game over for them now. These kind of fell over. So I'm going to take them. All right, so we have parents here. You could be a parent. I'm also getting something kind of like this person who wanted to play games with you. They could have wanted to become a parent with you in order to manipulate your energy. Or, you know, some people who are very manipulative, they try to create a life with someone just so that they can remain attached to that person for at least 18 years. So there could be something like that. All right. But also, one reason why this person has carried on the way that they did is because they have very unhealthy attachments to their parents, whether they've passed or they're still here in the physical realm when you're watching this reading. it doesn't matter. They still have very unhealthy attachments to their parents, okay? So these are ancestral ties that are very sick. They have very sick ancestral ties. I'm also getting that they have received a lot of misinformation, a lot of false information and false teachings from their parents or from their ancestors. Like, let's say if they grew up with a grandparent, like when they were younger, they would go visit their grandparents. Their grandparents instilled very false ideas in them. These could be also very wicked, evil rituals that they were taught to do, okay? This person wanted to project onto you all of their insecurities, all of the things that they don't like about themselves. They were like, oh, that's not me, that's the divine collective. See, it doesn't even sound right when you say that's the divine collective over there messing up. And that's not to say that everybody within the divine collective is perfect, but we reflect and we grow, right? So they were trying to project all of their things that they don't like about themselves onto you, and that's what kept them from taking accountability and growing. That's why it's game over for them. You chose to be in this alpha mode. They didn't think that you would be. They thought that you were going to be a beta. Okay, you might resonate with alpha or sigma, but either way, they thought that you were going to just roll over and take it. They thought that you were going to be very submissive. They thought that you were going to be very, I'm hearing primal. So they thought you were going to act like an animal, which that's funny because alphas can be kind of like a lion, or, you know what I mean? Like, take charge. But they thought that you were just going to be very like, well, what is this? What's coming through here? Oh, adaptability. They thought that you were just going to sit there and take it. I keep getting that. And I don't really like the way that sounds, because some of the things that are coming through about this individual. But they just thought that you were going to change for them. Yeah, like a chameleon. They thought that they could change you like a chameleon. They thought that you would come into their space and that you would change colors. They thought that you would change colors for them. Take that how it resonates. For some of you, that could have a cultural significance. This person thought that you were going to deny your culture. They thought that you would deny everything that's precious and meaningful to you. Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm getting, because I was like, they thought you were going to be primal. Yeah, like an animal. They thought that you were going to, they could take you from one environment to another and you would just adapt to your surroundings. So this person wanted to change you. They wanted to influence you. What else, Spirit? That threw me a little bit, because I was like, what? They wanted you to do what? This person wanted complete control over you. Anything else, Spirit? What about this chameleon? Yeah, they wanted you to be a servant to them. Look at that. Spirit said they wanted you to be a beta. Yeah, they wanted you to change for them. I keep hearing that, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Whitney Houston, I have nothing. This person feels like they have nothing because you did not change your colors for them. You did not change yourself. You did not become a beta for them. You did not become some sort of primitive being. In fact, you're out here getting knowledge. Okay, being in an alpha mode. All right. Yeah, look at you researching. Doing what they should have done by being a hermit and looking at the clues. They wanted you to change everything. Oh, look, hermit. Okay, you chose to be a hermit. You got the clues. Something did not smell right about this situation. You chose to serve and focus on your personal creativity. your inner life. But you also took the clues around you as well. Yeah, because this is a trickster. This trickster could be a Virgo. I'm just seeing that with the Virgin card. But they thought that you were so innocent to the point where, like, you know how innocence is a beautiful thing because it's, you know, it's purity. But sometimes it can also signify that, oh, a person is so pure just because they haven't been exposed to anything. This being did not think that you had the awareness of who they are. They thought you didn't know. They thought you had no clue. Oh, I'm just innocent and I see that everyone is so nice and I just want to be nice and the world is so nice. Look, it's a beautiful world, but you're aware that there are tricksters too. And so you went in hermit mode and were like, I see you, trickster. I see you. Yeah, you rebelled. Good for you. You may have gathered your Lilith energy. You were like, not today. And don't come back tomorrow either, because it's going to be the same message. You know what I mean? Something like that. Look, you see how they're back to back? It's a monk or, yeah, a monk and a nun. So this person wanted to join forces with you for like rituals. And they wanted you to do what they wanted you to do selflessly. They basically wanted you to abandon yourself in order to serve them. Because they're a trickster. They wanted to trick you into doing this. Oh. Yeah. This person, oh, yeah, this is the reading where it came through that they use children's energy. Yeah, they do. And this is something that they do ongoing. Child eternal. That's how I'm seeing it. And they don't grow up. They themselves don't grow up. They just want to use people. And they'll use anyone. Anyone. I'm hearing they have no qualms about that. There's nothing inside of this person that says, maybe I should stop here because I've gone so far and I've done so much. Like, I've literally done the most. Maybe I should just stop. Maybe here's good. Maybe this is the end of the road of my shenanigans and my foolish behavior. There's nothing inside of them that says that. That's why you came along. That's why Spirit allowed this person to meet you, because you were the last stop. The last one. And they still acted like a fool. They still chose to remain in their evil ways. They did not heed the warning, which is something that you do constantly, beautiful being. That's why your intuition is so on point. And they didn't listen to a single warning. And so now they're sitting here in the middle of that storm and they don't know what to do with it, because readings have been coming through that, like, you work really well with storm energy and this person doesn't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Well, that's a part of the judgment. Okay, that's a part of just what is going on at this point in time for this person, because they need to learn. And what better way to learn than having to face the consequences of our actions, right? Because you, being a beautiful being that represents the divine collective, or maybe you don't want to, you know, attach yourself to that. You're a beautiful being within the divine collective. Let's say that, right? You've learned from the consequences of your actions. We all do. We all have. We make our bed, we have to lie in it. How does it feel? Yeah, this person feels like they're running out of time, and they are. Actually, it's over, okay? They realize the preciousness of time and of the opportunities that they've been given, because they realize that time is over. Tick, 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 boom. That's what I heard. All right, you're meditating. You're in a meditative state. And because of that, you have protection. Also, Divine says thank you. Divine says thank you for allowing your spirits to work through your energy, because you teach lessons just in living your life. You bring people opportunities just in living your life, because people have had opportunities to straighten up and fly right, to make better choices, to live with integrity, because they have met you. And even though that may have felt like a storm in your world, you have learned from it. So it's like, it's a win-lose situation. You have won from these opportunities, because that's what they are for you. And it truly was an opportunity for everybody else that you met. But they didn't use it as an opportunity. For them, it was a last chance. And now it's game over. But Divine wants to thank you for being so brave and for meeting your soul's purpose with courage. Maybe you didn't think that you were fulfilling your destiny in being sort of like this last chance for a person, but Divine says somebody's got to do it, and it's a tough job. But that's one reason why when you meet these opportunities with courage, you win. And so in some way you have won from this. Yeah, and it's one reason that it's tough is because a lot of people are jealous. A lot of people become envious of your beauty. We already saw that somebody was trying to attack that. They're jealous of your abundance. They're jealous of your connection to spirit, to the divine, because that's one thing that they really truly see. Yeah, the fact that you're so grounded, they can't knock you over. Your power to transmute, and you had a choice. This was on the fence. So you had the power to either transmute this energy or to just sit and take it. Just like that kept coming through. Somebody thought that you were just going to be weak, and you are anything but weak. You are strong, you are bold, you are courageous. And you did choose to transmute this energy within your home. Your home is blessed now. I'm hearing that that's what was on the line, was the energy of your home. Okay, let's take a look at abundant attraction. Okay, yeah, you answered the call of destiny. When Spirit asked you to meet a challenge, you met it with bravery and courage. You're destined for greater things. You've honored the call of destiny that comes from deep within you, and you've released it into the universe through action and intention. You do what you're supposed to do. You have divine intelligence. You're extremely wise, but this is not just like IQ, like mental acuity. It's not just that. It's emotional intelligence. You know, that's the thing, is a lot of beings who are committed to a life of evil, narcissists and sadists, psychopaths. Okay, a lot of people who choose to manipulate other people. They pride themselves in being so smart. Like, a lot of narcissists can manipulate other people, right? So they feel like they're smart. But true intelligence is being able to figure out how to be happy, how to be a person who is at peace with themselves, how to regulate your own emotions, how to live according to your own truth, how to be proud of yourself, not arrogantly so, but divinely so, confident, how to look in the mirror and love the person who's looking at you. That's true intelligence. And that does not just require mental acuity. That requires emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence. And that's something that these beings that have been trying to come up against you, particularly this one that's coming through, they just don't get it. And that's why it's game over for them. Wow, that's a lot. All right, you've got abundant attraction, beautiful being. You're attracting exactly what's meant for you towards you. You've embraced happiness. That's what I was just talking about. That's true luck. That's true intelligence. All right, not sitting over here trying to figure out how to play somebody or how to ruin somebody's life or infiltrate their world and take them down because they, by golly, they've just ruined my life, so I'm going to ruin them back. That's not true intelligence. That's insanity. And so you choose to embrace happiness. You focus on yourself. Yes, the infinite self. You know that you are infinitely blessed, infinitely divine. You're in vibrational alignment with the universe. Like, think about that. That's what you do every day, is you align with your higher self. That's intelligence. That's the intelligence that matters. Words of attraction, you call to yourself what is truly meant for you. Okay? You have rejected harmful influences. Okay, those snakes. Snake came through in this one, in this reading. Yep. And in the last reading too. So whatever snakes were trying to whisper in your ear, you know what I'm seeing this as is introjects. Like, okay, so like, you know when you come in contact with a person or have a relationship with a person, or it could be a parent, a so-called friend, a coworker, whoever it is that has tried to get in your head and make you think differently about yourself. The reason why that can be so difficult to heal from is because they leave a spirit behind, which is an introject. In psychology, they'll call it an introject. But spiritually, I call it a spirit. Because basically what they've done is aligned, like through their experiences with you, okay? What they do is they conjure a spirit that if we allow it to, it stays with us. It becomes a part of our inner voice. Where you might be doing something, you haven't talked to that person for a year, right? And then you're over here doing something, trying to start a new project, and you hear, like in your head, you hear that person say to you, oh, why are you doing that? That's so dumb. Or, that'll never work. Look at you. You know, like things like that. And a lot of times that happens with people that left an impression on us, a very negative one. Whether it was their manipulation or just a toxic relationship, it actually forms a voice within us that when we're just going about our day, we'll hear that. And spiritually, it really is like conjuring a spirit that we've now come in contact with that likes to visit every once in a while or test us. But we have the power. As we heal, we gain the power to shut that voice down and align with our true inner voice, which is one of love, one of divine support and encouragement. So you have chosen to shut down those harmful influences and those limiting beliefs, because you know, at the end of the day, you know that you have access to higher realms and that you don't have to listen to anybody that says that you don't. Also, I want to show one more time this infinite self card. Like, he is not thinking about any toxic voices. He's not thinking about anybody from the past who has left some little piddly spirit behind talking about some, you can't do that. You look foolish. Why are you even trying it? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, the blah, blah, blah. Shut it down. And align with your infinite self. Okay? That's what you do. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful for these messages. Thank you for allowing them to flow through me. And thank you, beautiful being. I am so grateful that you took the time to tune into this reading. I'm also thankful that you, for everything wonderful that you guys do. Thank you so much for your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your hypes, your donations, every bit of love that you send to In Her Dreams. I am so so grateful for. Thank you. I love you, and I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.